What is going on? Had a long journey on Thursday. Drove 14 hours from Athens, Georgia to Montour Falls, New York, which is right outside of Watkins Glen and right in the heart of where I'm buying all these storage facilities. And I closed on a house on Friday. And since we're doing so much up here, I was in need of a place to keep my family where I could spend some time in the North Country so that we could close on these storage facilities. So here we are, and I have a business concept to talk to you guys about. When I moved in to this place, a lot of stuff was left behind. A lot of that stuff's mine, but this place came fully furnished, and what that ended up meaning was that the guy could basically leave everything here, which was very frustrating. And on walkthrough Friday morning, I basically got him out of bed, and he said, "Oh, I'm ready to go." And I looked around, and there were dishes in the sink, and his food was in the fridge, and his socks were in the drawers. And you know, there was some stuff that was pretty useful that I was able to get, but for the most part, it was a giant pain in the butt. So now for the past 24 hours, I've been cleaning. Actually, on Friday, spent about 10 hours cleaning. Yesterday, spent about 14 hours cleaning. In-laws helping a ton, and it's a mess. And what I found was, number one, I messed up by not hiring a cleaning company earlier, but number two, there are no cleaning companies in Watkins Glen area, and it's a huge opportunity. I'll give you an example. There was exactly one company that showed up on Google. They wanted $500 to clean this. It's a 5-bedroom place between Airbnb guests, and they wanted $1,200 to do a first deep clean. And I think to turn the place over between Airbnb guests would be about, I would guess, 8 hours. Having some trouble with this thing. About 8 hours for 4 hours for 2 people plus linens. $500 seems like a lot to me, but I guess that's what we're gonna pay. But anybody who wanted to make $50 an hour, $100 an hour, starting a cleaning company would be a phenomenal opportunity up here. And the strategy that I would go about, what I would do is, for some reason, up here in the north, in Athens, Georgia, cleaning and other kind of low-skilled labor jobs are pretty common. I mean, it's not that hard to find service providers. Here, it is virtually impossible to find service providers. For some reason up in the north, I don't know what it is. I guess it's a higher cost of living, a little bit more barriers to entry. But I think you can crush up here doing services like cleaning. So what I would do is I would create a website. And, well, actually, up here, honestly, the first thing that I would do, it sounds silly, but I would learn Spanish. I would learn Spanish, and I would, I think it's the H-1 visa program, where you can bring in, that visa program is with Latinos. Bring those folks in, and you house them, and you pay them, $12, $15 an hour, and you get awesome, loyal, reliable workers that are here to do exactly that, to work. For some reason, the folks around here, even though there's, it's a not a really growing area in the country, not a lot of people want to do this type of work. So it's really, really hard to find locals who want to clean houses and do a good job for $15, $20 an hour. But basically, I would put up a Craigslist ad, put up a Facebook Marketplace ad. I would build a website with the launch kits that sponsor my show. It's sweatystartup.com/launchkit or launchkits.com/sweaty. $450 will get you a website. And I'd get to work. I would do a lot of the cleaning myself early on, and you could easily bill $80 an hour to do this work. $80 an hour. I mean, we're looking at an 8-hour job, and it was $500. So yeah, I would get one of these employees in from Mexico and I would start to build a business. The reason why these businesses struggle around here is they can't find good help. I would use that visa program as something that nobody else is doing, something that no providers are doing. And I think within 3 or 4 months, I could have 2 or 3 crews working full time and bringing in, on pace to bring in a couple $100,000 a year doing cleaning. If I was going to do Airbnb swaps, I would, and when I say Airbnb swaps, I mean the cleaning, not a deep cleaning, but a surface cleaning and a linen cleaning between guests. I would, I'd take pictures. I'd have the owner set up the place for Airbnb, and then I would go in and I would take pictures of all the rooms, and I would laminate those photos, and I would create a handbook for my employees so they know exactly how to set up between guests. And that $500 fee did not include linen, so it was going to be about an extra $150 to wash the sheets and towels between guests. So yeah, this place is already rented for the month of October, but I was only budgeting about $300 to $400 for a cleaning. It's going to be significantly more than that, which is a shame. But it's okay. It's part of doing business. And the great thing about starting a house cleaning company is that it would morph really well into real estate over a 5-year time frame. That's what I would focus on. I think if you cleaned houses early yourself, then with crews, then you got really good at managing Airbnbs, I would very shortly thereafter open an Airbnb management company and get 25% of revenue to manage the listing, to take photos of the listing, to manage the maintenance, to manage the swaps, to manage the cleaning, and so on. So you can not only make that 25%, but you're also making money on the cleaning. Before long, you start to get data on what people want, how the rental market works, how everything is looking, and you can get in the business of real estate. You can start to buy homes and rent them out yourself under your own management, and you can make great money, great margins. So yeah, maybe you're cleaning toilets day 1, but maybe month 3, you have 2 crews running. Year 2, you have a business that's generating a couple $100,000 a year in profit. Year 4, you are managing 20 plus properties of Airbnbs, and your business is now generating $500,000 a year in profit. Year 5, 6, 7 is when you can go start buying real estate, and then the world is your oyster. Again, I'll say it again, I said this 100 times, business is about momentum. I started carrying cardboard boxes up and down spiral staircases using a $1,500 van off Craigslist, and 10 years later, now we're buying millions of dollars worth of real estate. It's all about momentum. Business is about momentum. So if you're not afraid to start cleaning toilets, to start an Airbnb management company, especially in these northern cities where the service providers are not good and it's harder to find workers, you're gonna do really well. You can do great. You can run a business that makes money, and before you know it, you can buy houses, rent them out on Airbnb, and so on. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what this is. Sweaty Startup is all about. These little opportunities that don't necessarily look like opportunities. This is a dying town, but there's a huge need, and there's an underserved market. We called our realtor on the phone after closing, and we're like, she sent a text actually and said, hey, let me know how I could help. I said, yeah, we really underestimated the cleaning job here. We messed up. Do you have a list of cleaners that you use? And she said, oh, this lady here would probably charge you $1,000 for that house, and these other 2 you might not be able to get a hold of. Here's their numbers, but I think one of them might have moved, and the other one, she's so busy that she doesn't really take on new clients. So we're just like, oh my gosh, what an opportunity. What an opportunity for a person to live in a relatively low cost of living area. I mean, this is a 4,000 square foot, 5-bedroom house with a movie theater in the basement and a 2-car garage on 5 acres. And it's under $400,000, fully furnished. Low cost of living area, you can make really good money. You could easily be making $50 an hour if you just wanted to have a one-man shop, run your own, do the cleaning yourself forever, just have a job for yourself. $50 an hour is not out of the question. So that'd be $100,000 a year that you could clear. But yeah, it's a great opportunity. Check out my website, sweatystartup.com, for more resources on this stuff. And don't be afraid to start these small businesses that don't even seem like business ideas. They don't even seem like real opportunities, because they are, and a great possibility that you can make a really good life for yourself by doing something as simple as cleaning houses.